I come from the Indian Jewish community of Mumbai, from the Bene Israeli community. I'm a pharmacist and a licensed one, but I don't practice it anymore, so don't come asking for prescriptions. I have trained in 5 dance styles, and I have a successful YouTube channel. It's called Moses in Israel. If you haven't subscribed, you're missing out. Big FOMO. Just last weekend, I hit 80,000 on YouTube. And I'm running my last marathon to reach 100K, hopefully by the end of this year. I feel like I'm being too optimistic, but lama lo, all right? Like Yoel said, I joined Wadi's advertising team in 2022, I think. I've lost track of time, it's been a while. This April, I will be working with Yoel, I think, for 4 years now. I was Israel Tech's first employee, and I've helped build Israel Tech from scratch. Very proud to say that along with my team, Gabriella and Yoel, of course, we have, under 2 years, reached 9,000 followers on LinkedIn, over 3,000 followers on X, and it was very surprising because I'm a video person, but we have successfully had more than 2,000 downloads in the last 2 years, all right?
You only went on a few months ago. 6 months ago.
Yes, also that. I completely forgot the timeline. But we launched our audio platforms, I think, 6 to 8 months ago, something like that. But we've had more than 2,000 downloads. So kol hakavod to us. All right. Okay. The next slide I want to show you. This is what I want to show you. Israel Tech, when we talk about video, we talk about vanity metrics, right? To 80,000 followers and 10,000 comments, but it's more than that for Israel Tech. We are trying to democratize and decentralize the tech ecosystem, and this tells you a lot about our brand. We have managed to bring on some fabulous personalities. Yoel had the chance to actually interview Nati Amsterdam from NVIDIA on stage at Reichman University just 2 months ago, I guess. Yeah. And of course, he also interviewed Sean McGuire, and we had a Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs from Israel, Sharon Hanskel, I think last year in our panel discussion. All right, so it's just more than vanity metrics. When you have these personalities be ready to be on board with you, that tells a lot about the mission. Tov? Tov. Also, we do creative projects. You can hire us for creative projects. All right, our first very project was with Israel Tech Mission. They bring tech delegations from the United States. So we had the opportunity to spend an entire day with them, and we created a fabulous highlight reel. And I was scared because usually most companies don't give approval for the first draft, but I got an approval for the first draft. And this was a successful video, and then he recommended us to a few other of his friends, a few other companies, and of course we are now speaking at Ignite Deep Tech. We do a lot of projects with them, and we also had Detonics. Yesterday I was filming with Merck Electronics in Jerusalem. It was our second project, and hopefully we'll be filming a lot more. So if you're looking to hire video creatives, you know who to reach out, okay? Okay, now my next slide, I'm going to give you context. So before I joined Israel Tech, I had started Moses in Israel about 4 years ago, all right? So I bring my experience from Moses in Israel into Israel Tech. Now next slide in no way is to have a political opinion, it's just my most watched video, all right? That's the only reason. All right, this video is my most watched video. It has about 600,000 views, 7,000 comments, and I'm hoping by next year it's going to reach 1 million views. Okay? Now, for a second, I want you to keep your political opinions aside and see this as a creative. What made this video viral? And for people who say that people don't judge a book by its cover, sorry to break your bubble, poop. For video, it doesn't work that way, especially on YouTube. When you have a banger thumbnail, they will watch your video. And of course, your content has to be good, okay? Let's dissect this. What do you think did well for this thumbnail? Any raise of hands? What do you think worked really well?
The 2 flags. One flag is the most controversial, one flag is the country with the most population.
All right, let me tell you my process. This thumbnail was made after the video was edited. I always edit my thumbnails after the video is ready, all right? Because then I can package it well. Let's break it down. The 4 words here. Why Hindus support Israel. Why invokes curiosity. Hindus, my target audience. All right? Support invokes emotion. Why would anybody support Israel? Because this was, I think, published last year or like a year and a half ago. All right? So we were still in the news. We still are in the news, but back at the time, a lot more. And Israel, very infamous. All right? So I brought this together. Also, the color orange. If you didn't know, the color orange is very sacred to the Hindus. All right? So I played with the colors a little bit. Flags. It's, you know how companies have their logos? So flags are like the country logos. All right? I also had the opportunity to interview these famous personalities. And of course, I made a funny face. So I packaged it well. All right? If I would have put their 2 faces, it would have not gotten me the views I have right now. All right? Also, the text that I used here, this is the title, yeah? India will support Israel for this reason. But what's the reason? All right? That's why people clicked on it. These are the numbers. This screenshot I took last night. I still get 200 views every 48 hours, which means hopefully by next year I will be hitting 1 million if I'm consistently posting other videos. All right? Yes.
Only organic?
It's only organic.
From which geos are people watching this?
80% is India. Yes. There is an Indian audience that is very interested in Israel.
Seemingly they support. Like I work with some Indians and they love it.
We have the same challenges, yeah? Like just like Israel, India is surrounded by very friendly neighbors.
They understand why.
Yes, there was also, but they didn't have an Indian representation. I was the Indian representation. There was somebody from India in Israel giving them an Indian POV. All right, that also helped them. All right, and you can guess how much I made or I will be making in the coming years. All right, it's not a lot, I have to say, but it is something. It is something. Okay. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about Israel Tech's highly watched video. Okay, no need to keep in mind, Israel Tech, we started, I think, a year and a half ago. All right, so our following is small, but it's growing. But the goal for Israel Tech is different, and I'll tell you why. It is because, just like Yoel mentioned, Google sourced our video when I looked up Innova's CEO. We are number 3 in line. Number 1 and 2 are basically videos of the YouTube channel of Innovis. All right, so this was great. Like he said, our goal is to show up everywhere. So when we add the name, let's say the company name, the name of the CEO, the logos of the thumbnail, Google will help our videos like push up in search. All right, let's talk about AI. Usually, you know, I hear people saying like, oh my gosh, AI is gonna replace. I'm like, shut up. It is, you're the main character, all right? AI is gonna help you speed up the process, as simple as that. Consider AI as your glam team. I know this is the last presentation, so I've kept it very short and simple. And I know people are like, oh, so I'm gonna keep it short and simple, all right? We're gonna be going through a script or storyline, how to focus on thumbnails, and AI features on different social media platforms. I believe we don't have to work with multiple, what do you say? You know, there's Claude and Perplexity. You need one and you're good, all right? And you can, there are features on current social media platforms. I consider scripts as a relationship with ChatGPT. I'm going to be referencing ChatGPT because that's my go-to platform, okay? Now, this is bare minimum. I'm going to give you an analogy in a relationship, all right? If you're going to hit this as a prompt, write me a video script about cybersecurity.
Nothing.
Exactly. It's going to give you a generic prompt and you're going to be like, oh, ChatGPT sucks and it will give me those long dashes and that's it, all right? I hear everybody complain about that. So you want to avoid this. What?
And the bolded text.
Exactly. You don't want that. Too vague, no target audience, there's no CTA, there's no hook and no tone, okay? Now this is much better, right? It's not perfect, but you're heading in the right direction. Write a 60-second explainer video, all right? You have defined the time about cybersecurity basics. So now you've given them a topic for small business owners, your target audience, and keep the tone professional and clear. Who can tell me what else is missing? How can we make this good prompt a great prompt? Small business owners.
Be more specific.
Yes, you're right. Make it more specific. All right, what else? What else?
You're not mentioning anything new that you're adding, so it's not going to be authentic.
Get specific. It does not include where it needs to be posted. Is it LinkedIn? Is it YouTube? Is it, I don't know, some online website, or give a structure, right? Usually you have a hook, you have the problem statement, you have a solution, and then you have the CTA. That's missing. Yes?
Now, are you suggesting that the answer to this prompt will give you a good video? Because what you all said correctly is that if you make a video based on this prompt and you didn't add any original content, you're not adding to the conversation, so there's no value.
No, my point is, the specific you get, the better. All right? I don't know, what do you call it in America? TMZ?
Yeah.
Right? It's like too much information.
TMI.
Sorry, TMI. Sorry, I'm from the East, so, okay, TMI. You need to be like TMI with ChatGPT. Give it every single detail, and this is what I'm talking about. This is what I would add in addition, all right? You also have a hook. By the way, people's attention spans are worse than a goldfish. So keep in mind, always have a hook in the first 5 seconds. Again, it says simple, non-technical language because it's for non-technical small business owners. All right, and then okay, structure is very important because your ChatGPT will not know how to structure it. This is very important because some people like to put, I don't know, their problem statement at the end or something like that. I don't know. Okay, and then platforms, very important because Instagram and TikTok, they're made for short form. Platforms like YouTube and LinkedIn are made for long form. So you need to define what script you're creating for. Okay, next, editing with AI. We have bad news. For long form videos, I haven't found a platform that will help you edit long forms. When I say long form, it's anywhere between 10 to whatever hours, okay? 10 minutes is considered as long form. Like these days, it's more like more than 3 minutes, but there's no AI that can help you edit your main video. But if you want to repurpose your content and create golden nuggets from your long form, this is a great platform. We started to use this like, I think a year ago. I think it was in its early days. I hated it because it felt like I had to work extra to train it. But now that I've downloaded the platform again, I see that it has a lot more features. I think they have, I don't know, the algorithms are pretty smart, so they find those specific timestamps in your long form, and then you can reframe it for, you know, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever you want. You can add your logos, you can also add captions. I'm gonna be talking about captions a bit later. Also, if you have your short forms ready, actually, you know what? I'll talk about it later because it's later in the slide. I'm going to skip this one. All right. I played around with ChatGPT for a little bit, and I was like, can I create thumbnails? Okay, but thumbnails are pretty tedious. We created on Canva. If you have a structure, great. If not, you're screwed. All right. So I was like, you know, if ChatGPT can write me a song, it can create a thumbnail for me. All right. So I gave it a prompt, and this is what it created for me. Okay. Now we do long form. So usually we have Yoel, and then we have our guest. So in this case, I told ChatGPT, please add Chemi Perez. He does not look like Chemi Perez at all. He looks like Kevin from Shark Tank. And then Yoel, who is this? And then you see the text is all cut out. And then Pitango, it doesn't even say Pitango. Israel Tech, the logo, I don't know. Anyway, I was like, you know what? Let's play around more. So what I did was, this is the one we created on Canva. I spoon-fed ChatGPT, and I'm like, literally copy this. Okay? Take inspiration. And this is what it gave me. This doesn't even look like Kevin anymore. And, okay, listen, for Yoel, you either need a dentist.
Probably better than my real teeth.
And you are now Y'all Israel, okay? And it messed up, so I wouldn't recommend creating any creatives on ChatGPT, especially thumbnails with images. All right? All right, this is a great feature on Opus Plus for people who didn't know. Opus Plus is, you have to buy it, but there are 2 free features. Your first one is creating a thumbnail, which I think is better than ChatGPT, but it does have a drawback. So I selected Yoel's video, I-24 interview. It didn't have a thumbnail, so I thought maybe let's try. The great thing about this is the videos that are uploaded on any of your platforms, now this is Twitch. We don't have Twitch, but I took a screenshot, so whatever. But if it's uploaded anywhere, you can. I don't think you can upload MP4 files. You can only upload videos that have been published, all right? So I tried one without Yoel's image, and this is what it gave me. I think this is Canva level thumbnail. It was really good. I really liked it. But the only drawback is you cannot edit it or you cannot improvise the prompt, okay? But I think it's a good one. I think with time it's going to get better, so look out for this. And this is the one where I provided with Yoel's picture. It does not look like Yoel whatsoever, but I think it did a good job. I like the way it's clean, it has the colors, but it still needs to perfect like taking the exact image and replicating it, all right? But this is a good feature, so if you want to create banners for LinkedIn, good one, all right? Next. All right, we are going to be talking about some AI features on our current social media platforms. Since I'm a YouTuber, I use this feature a lot that helps me fill gaps and get me more eyeballs. Now, if you go to your back end, now this is what the back end looks like, all right? If you go to your inspiration tab that is under content, you're going to have this, okay? But you have to look for, just type something, okay, related to your niche. This is what people are searching for on YouTube, which means you have the ability to fill that gap and go viral, all right? Like Yoel said, YouTube is the second most used search engine, and it is now owned by Google, so it works exactly like Google. So don't miss out on this feature. This is a very important, underrated feature that people don't use. So don't miss out. Next, okay, let me see if this works. Instagram came out with a very creepy feature. It can dub your voice in a different language and it looks like you're speaking Chinese, okay? I tried getting the video. Let me see if this works.
In the language that it is. So watch this. How do I nurse and fly? I actually got this question a lot. ¿Cómo puedo cuidar y volar? De hecho, recibí esta pregunta muchas veces en este video, así que voy a explicárselo a ustedes porque parece que hay muchas enfermeras y asistentes de vuelo en el video que quieren hacer ambas cosas. Así que déjame mostrarte cómo. Okay, así que este es uno de mis horarios justo. So they're supposed to be rolling it out in like...
She does not know how to speak Spanish, but she did, okay? And it looked like she spoke because there was lip sync, all right? This is, I think it's a great feature, but there are a lot of questions because like anybody can, you know, create your avatar and then talk in Hindi or like whatever. But this is not accessible to Israel right now, so don't worry. But if you have an account in the United States, probably that feature is on your phone, so check and let me know, okay? The best feature Adobe has given to us. If you don't have it, it's not for free, you have to buy it, but I highly recommend having this Adobe tool. In most cases, a lot of us have messed up audio, right? Or the mic doesn't switch on and there's like background music or whatever. Thank God for this application and this AI tool. You literally upload your MP3 and it takes minutes and then you can export a file where you will sound like you have recorded at a podcast studio, all right? Highly recommend using this because I have messed up my audios many times, and there are times that I have sort of messed up Israel Tech's audio, but Yoel has no idea about it because of this, okay? All right, we're talking about transcriptions and subtitles. So one challenge we had in the last month was Yoel interviewed Nati in Hebrew, but I needed to translate this in English, and my Hebrew is Rama Aleph. Okay, we were like, we don't have, we were like, should we hire a translator? Should we have Miriam do it? Miriam is like, I have too much on my plate. I don't think I can do it, but she did help me at the end. But this is a great feature because, and I think it's gonna answer your question. It gave me timestamps, and you can actually edit this on the platform, or you can download the subtitles, edit them, and then upload it on the platform. Okay. Another free feature on Opus Plus is if you want to add captions. I always get confused because we also call captions at the bottom of the video. So we call them subtitles, all right? If you want to add subtitles, use Opus Clip. Next. All right. Any questions so far? Yes.
Regarding subtitles, do you have any style observations about what works best? Is it like the one word really fast, the word highlighting, do you have any insight into that?
Great question. Anything with a box around it will hold people's attention span. All right? This is, if you want something that's aesthetic, all right, this one. This I do not like, I despise. Double highlight. This is also like if you want something aesthetic, but this is gonna hold people's attention span the most with the box because it moves, right? Because it's like, ah, la, 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 la. And then 30 seconds down, oh, good video retention. Last slide, what are our takeaways? Use AI as your assistant because you are the main character, all right? Hire creators in your team. I don't know what is the problem. Everybody's like, oh my God, just a creator. I think creators come with a very unique point of view that can help your brand elevate, all right? And because everybody's doing video, I think this is a good time to hire creators. And if you don't know any, get in touch with me. I have a lot of creator friends that could be good for your brand, all right? Hire editors like Mamash. I'm not kidding, all right? Listen, AI is great, but when it comes to editing a video, an editor should do it. And then with the help of AI, he can elevate your video. But I would suggest hiring an editor. That's what we did, and it is doing really well for us. Don't go for the fancy apps, but I am going to try Riverside. Thank you for the suggestion, because our social media apps do have some features that can help you elevate, all right? Test, because you will fail, but you will have data and then you can replicate success, all right? Be consistent. Don't post one video and then go MIA. We post 1 long form a week and 3 shorts a day. Volume is everything, but you can build it over time, but be consistent. And no bare minimum, be as detailed as possible. Thank you. Any questions?
So this event, let's just say you're going to have it for the long form video, and then you'll make short form video from it.
What's the lifespan of this? Like how, in December will we be seeing short form video from this event? How long will you use the event for short form?
So what we do is, I'm assuming that this, I don't know how long this video was, but let's say this 20-minute long, all right? We will cut about, let's say 5 to 6 shorts, and then we'll sprinkle it over the next, I think it depends when we start editing this video, but I think the first 2 will go out in the next 2 weeks, and then kind of like drizzle it or like over a period of like 3 months, 6 months, because this is evergreen content, right? It's not time sensitive because everybody's using AI. AI is only going to be, I don't know, it's going to be new gen, but this is evergreen content, so you can do it you can post it next year as well. But you can edit your title to make it 2025 tips or 2026 tips.